It was almost like we're standing for other things, standing up for other things. I know why it was, and it wasn't so much. I'm trying to. It's what I'm feeling, and I'm having a little trouble expressing. But it's kind of like. You're standing up for certain values. You're standing up for something, and especially with Muhammad, because he was in the midst of all that. He was in the midst of making a statement for his country. He was in the midst of saying, "Hey, I'm not going to do that. The brown-skinned people of Vietnam aren't bothering me," And while still things are still going on in the United States at that time, with segregation and so on. He didn't feel like fighting for against the people who were really bothering him. So he's standing up for a lot at that time. And I guess in my own way, I was saying, I guess he's right. But yet, even though we're on the same side, perhaps politically, we're still fighting each other because we're still fighters. And no matter where you come from, and no matter what you are, when you're called to fight, that's your job. You're a fighter. And kind of funny, I always say, you fight somebody, and what happens after the fight? You become friends. It's kind of crazy. You share a piece of history. And Muhammad and I will always share that piece of history, especially the first fight. Because they keep showing it all the time on ESPN. They keep showing it all the time on television. So when people see me, that's the fight. The more apt to see me. When they think of me fighting Muhammad because it's shown so often on television. It shows me fighting Muhammad over and over and over again. And they don't show me fighting anybody else. A lot of people talk about my ability to take a punch, and there are some things physically that you're born with that enable you to do certain things better sometimes than some other people. There's a reason why certain people run faster. There's a reason why somebody perhaps is stronger than somebody else. There's also a reason why somebody can punch harder than someone else. There's also a reason why someone can take a punch better than someone else. I think I can naturally take a punch for a lot of good reasons. Plus, I have a bigger head than most guys. I think I have a fairly thick skull. I think that helps. I mean, it only stands to reason that if you have a small head, not going to be able to take the same kind of shot, not because your bone structure isn't there. If you have a heavy bone structure, it works in your favor. And that's the kind of head I have. I also have a short neck, and I also worked on my absorbing punch muscles, so my neck and my jaws. So that worked to my advantage. And maybe, who knows about nerve endings? Maybe there's other things in there that you don't really know about. But all I know is that I could take a shot a lot better than most guys for sure, and that helped me. And plus, I was a much better fighter defensively than I was ever given credit for. To be honest with you, if I could pat myself on the back that way, people say, "What, are you kidding? You a defensive fighter?" Yeah, I hit very few punches on the vulnerable parts of my jaw, of my cranium. Most times when I get hit in the head, usually higher up. I wouldn't take many punches on more or less the vulnerable parts of my cranium, so to speak. So I got hit higher in the head most of my shots that I got hit with. I never got hit too many shots around the jaw area, not really. Up higher in my head, around my eyes maybe, or around my forehead, but not down here, not this part of my jaw, not on the jaw, so to speak. And I've been speaking to schools now since 1996, last 12 years. And I say to myself, or people say to me, "Why do you speak?" I say, well, one of the reasons is that if I didn't speak, it'd be like my sons died in vain. Because my sons died, and because I speak about them, I speak about some of the horrible things that happened to them, because they were drug addicts, because of what happened, I can help other people. I can help young people sometimes make the right choices at the most important time of their lives. Because being young is the most important time of your life. It is the time that you essentially make decisions that affect you for the rest of your lives. Decisions regarding education, sexuality, lifestyle choices, smoking, drinking, doing drugs, they're all made as young people, The decision to do well in school, to continue through school, and eventually go to university started when you're young, in elementary school and in high school. You make those decisions that enable you to formulate good enough work habits to get out of high school into post-secondary education. So the better you do in school, the better off you are. You see a healthy future for yourself and your future family. Because young people think about those things. Even though you're young, you're 12, 13, 14, 15, you're still thinking about a future. And if you see a healthy, bountiful future, easier for you to be happy. If you don't see a bountiful future, easier for you to be unhappy. And I think love is so important. I always talk to young people about hugging and kissing your parents. Sounds kind of hokey, but it's not. It sounds so simplified, but it's not that. It is simple, but it's also very true. The closer you are to your family, the more loving you are with your family, the better off you are. Respect your mother and father. You also respect yourself. When you respect your parents, you don't want to disappoint them. When you respect your parents, you respect yourself. And out of that respect, you want your parents to be proud of you. You don't want them to be ashamed of you. You want them to be proud of you. I lost a fight, tough fight, but I think I surprised a lot of people. A lot of people were surprised after the fight that I went 15 rounds. And I always say, not only did the fight go 15 rounds, but I say, guess who went to the hospital after the fight with bleeding kidneys? And guess who went dancing with his wife? Muhammad went to the hospital with bleeding kidneys, and me, I went dancing with my wife. And in my book, loser goes to the hospital. So that way, I think I won the fight. That's I always have fun telling people that, you know. But it was a tough fight, a lot tougher fight than people anticipated. A lot tougher fight for Muhammad, I think, that he himself even anticipated. And to me, I say, hey, I took the fight in 17 days notice. I didn't do badly. Fighting 15 rounds, that's a long time. 59 minutes from start to finish, it's a long time.